Welcome to the PTA Real Estate Podcast. I'm your host, John Caligiuri, accompanied by my co-host, Nick Kelling. Nick,
Howdy.
how you doing? Fine morning.
Great. Excited to hit today. Thursday, it's pretty busy Thursday for me, to be honest. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a busy Thursday too. I'm meeting with a realtor. I got my lending class, and we're hooking and jabbing. We're letting the early bird gets the worm, as they say.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're both like there's the real estate investing podcast. So, like the clip what we got going on today is kind of talking about people with wishful thinking and thinking that if it was easier, it'd be better. I kind of we come from the school of thought of if it was easy, everyone would do it, and nothing worth doing is easy.
hmm
Definitely, I have made. You could definitely make things harder on yourself. I've been accused and convicted of doing things like that, but uh,
We all have.
yes, I think that's what it is. Well, I think that's what comes in for a mentor is one of the most important things to have in this stage of the game. A mentor that you can trust and
hmm
that you actually say, because I've had many great mentors in my life, and I've heard great advice and then done the exact opposite, and then had to learn the lesson in blood. So there's only so much a great mentor can do. It's your willingness to learn.
hmm
So let's roll into this clip and see what Bigger Pockets got to say, and then we can discuss.
That they could be an investor. Well, here's what would happen. It would be good for the economy as a whole. They think if we could just get prices to come down that they could be an investor. Well, here's what would happen. It would be good for the economy as a whole if real estate prices came down.
Sure.
I like the average person able to buy a house.
100%.
Okay. Well, if that happens, more of them will buy homes and they will become real estate investors. There will be more supply on the market for tenants to choose from. That will push rents going down. That will make it competitive to get a tenant in a house. If you don't have fast Wi-Fi, if you don't include cable with your listing, if you tell the tenants you can't make noise, they'll just say, screw it, I'll leave you and I'll go to the competition over there. It would actually create a scenario where real estate investing was less profitable because prices and asset values are not going up and rents are not going up. And if we got what we wanted, it would make it less profitable to be in the business. Sure. And that is a common error that I hear people making when they're wishing it was easier. I wish it was easier because then I would do it. If it was easier, it would be worse for you. They think if
100%.
He's been a real estate investor for many years, has probably the most successful real estate podcast as a host on that. I disagree with him because if things are less expensive, then people just buy homes. The people who need to have rent, it would just be better for everyone if
Except for
prices.
people that own the house currently.
Yeah, because but I do think equity still goes in the valley. They're still going to print money like wazoo. So I don't know. I do think America was a better place when the average guy could buy a house. I think in the 50s, you could buy a house for what, $5,000, buy a car for a couple hundred. My grandfather was telling me my grandfather was a butcher for Dominic's, which is a a retail chain. Like he was just like a regular dude who's a meat cutter at a grocery store, like a major chain grocery store, and he had a new car every 2 years. And my grandma, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
no offense to Pops, but it's not like he didn't go to freaking Harvard, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No, yeah.
the guy from the south side of Chicago, and he got a good job, and he bought a house. He raised three. Like, think about it. Go to Dominic's right now. Go to your local shop, right? Go to whatever is in Houston, that one place that we went to. I forget the name of the store. And go to whoever is the butcher and say, yo, do you have a new car every 2 years? Do you own a home? Do you have a wife and three kids? My grandma did not work a day in her life. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather was a butcher.
These days,
Yeah. So boo-hoo for the freaking real estate investor. Those rates go down because more people are going to own a home. Like, how much money do we really need?
I mean, through that perspective, yeah. 100%, things should be more affordable for the average person. People shouldn't have to have dual incomes to be able to just buy lower than average house in the United States.
Yeah.
We need to go back to the whole idea that, one single person, one income could buy an average house in the United States. I mean that's going to take a lot more than interest rates just dropping. That's going to be a cultural shock in the whole society to be able to get something like that done.
Yes.
So
That is something.
a lot of things going to have to happen.
What is wishful thinking? That is wishful thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of ideas are going to have to die.
Yeah. A lot of people who do nothing all day and make a lot of money would have to lose their jobs for that to happen. A lot of people who do nothing, produce nothing, add nothing, they just take and they have high level positions in the United States government and ancillary.
Yeah, government jobs.
Yeah.
You know, someone needs to take a good hard look and just cut the bureaucrats.
Yes.
Which is anyone going to actually do that?
No.
I'll believe it when I see it.
No. I believe when I see it.
Like the guy from Argentina went on in there and cut the government by like 60% or something like that.
Which, not to get too political, but when the Soviet Union crashed and all the that was a peaceful crash.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of control. They really, I think if America had something similar to that, of where we don't break up, our states don't become many countries, but we do have a massive decentralization of control.
Oh yeah, just shrinking the federal government, give more power to the states.
Yes, I think we've been harping on that for a while. But I really hope that is the revolution that we encounter. I hope the Soviet Revolution.
We to maybe get not too political in this, but I mean the first step we need to do to achieve that is get rid of the Department of Education and bring education back to the states. And then after we do that, then I mean it's just a snowball effect after that. I feel like I was like, this might actually work. Just keep going.
I think we should get rid of all departments. Department of Defense needs to get the hell away. It should be
Department of Defense.
Like it used to be the Department of War. Now it's the Department of Defense.
The Department of
I think we should get rid of all that crap, all those useless. Fuck it. All those fucking useless generals. I have no respect for you as a man, as a tactician, or as a leader. I've had ball sacks that led better than half these fucking generals. Look at Afghanistan. I never even sent us, but what the fuck, bro?
Accountability.
Yes. Weapon gear body, gear accountability. Tell that to a general. He couldn't even find a whore in a whorehouse, all these freaking retards. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. Yeah, that was the first. I would cut the DOD. I would love to step on a general's pension. Be like, oh, you lost every war. Like, you started 7 wars in the Middle East, completely destabilized it, and lost all of them. Pension cut. I like rank cut. I love like when these officers come to the bank. It's like, oh, like you want me to like call you by your rank? Fuck no, bro. Your name is Bob. I'm calling you Bob.
What?
Like all these like these GS employees and stuff like that. Like they want you to call them sir or by their rank. You've never encountered that fool before.
While I was out of the military, no, I've never.
I have. I've encountered it. I've encountered about 3 of these stooges, and every single time I make a point not to call them by their rank.
I have,
or I treat them with.
Never even imagined. I can't even imagine.
Nick, I cannot even describe to you when I encounter these people. I go out of my way to be disrespectful, almost not as disrespectful as they were to us, because they were extremely disrespectful to us, and I have zero respect. If you're an officer in the United States military, my respect for you is limited. If you're an 06 and above, you have to do a lot of maneuvering for me to like look at you as a human being, because I just look at you as just a horrible. You just made mistakes left and right and just fuck people. Like, to become a general, how many throats did you have to step on? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many marriages did you ruin because you made someone do some bullshit report? Like, that's when I look at a general or a colonel, I'm like, how many marriages did you ruin to that position of everyone over you? or everyone under you. So that's my rant. I don't think it was very coherent. It was very limited in financial acumen. But that's what I have to say about our leadership, our current leadership. You want to call them leaders?
The base idea is accountability for highest leaders in the United States, and they need to answer to the people more, and they need to. I mean, people are still asking for these people to be accountable for Afghanistan, take responsibility of what they did. Afghanistan right now is in economic distress right now.
We're sending them cash. I saw it on Sean Ryan, really giving the Taliban satchels of cash.
Yeah,
you want to say I literally went to the Philippines because the people who funded 9/11 came from the place we were at. So what does that say about the CIA if we're literally funding terrorists? Who's the terrorist then?
Yeah. Well, it's
objectively, who is the true terrorist?
The people that funded the terrorists.
If some retard general sent me to the Philippines 20 years after I was there in 2021, so legitimately 20 years after 9/11, because someone moved money in the Philippines, and now you tell me in 2024 the United States government is giving money to the Taliban?
It's crazy.
Interesting. Who is the terrorist?
It's fucking it's absolutely horrible.
That is crazy.
It's crazy.
And I'm the asshole because I don't call you by your rank in a bank.
Yes, you are the asshole.
Yeah, I'm the asshole.
But the counter that, they would say if we don't give them money, then China or Russia would give them money.
That is the point that you can make.
So I mean, it's disgusting, but also it's like you don't really want them to be allies with the other side, which they probably already are, anyways.
Yeah, but Nick, please be truthful to me. If you fought someone, if someone came to Texas,
I'm just being the devil's advocate here.
But my point to that was, are they really on our side, or are they just taking our money and siding with China anyway?
Oh, they're just taking us money and bending us over.
I fought you for 20 years in my homeland after you came in, and now you're giving me money, and now we're supposedly friends after killed each other for 20 years. I literally turned your country upside down and dropped I invested trillions of dollars of military assets to legitimately kill you. But now I'm giving you like $10 million a week. We're supposed to be best of buds. We're supposed to be bestie poos to fight China.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping Afghanistan goes through the process of what happened with Vietnam.
I don't believe that will transpire because of the cultures. I hope what happens.
No. Very different, yes, but I hope something on that line happens.
I just hope that the people that were responsible have their day in court.
Yep.
And that's why the name of this episode is called Wishful Thinking.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of comes down
to it's streamed on every single thing. Like, it's open to the public. All the information gets released. Like,
yes,
decisions made.
Shout out to the open air NJPs that they had, where you can literally watch people's life turn into shambles. I hope they do the exact same thing to all the senior level politicians and generals, where it is an open air NJP, and we just can watch. You can literally watch people get divorced. You can watch a 19-year-old kid life implode right in front of your eyes, just because he got drunk one time, underage. But you can spend $1 trillion, kill hundreds of thousands of people, and lose multiple wars in Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Northern Africa.
Give money to terrorist organizations that you know are going to be done for terrorist purposes.
Yeah, and we can give money to terrorists. You can fund terrorist organizations and win
no accountability. Yeah,
and win a medal. And then I'm the asshole.
You might get a promotion.
Yes, you will get promoted. You will make more money and get promoted. But
the Lance Corporal, that's a little too much. at age 20. You know, we got to make an example out of him.
Yeah. Or I call you Bob instead of Colonel Smith, and I'm the asshole because you want a freaking auto loan.
And you're not even in the military.
You're not in the military. You're a GS, whatever. I hate those guys. Oh yeah, because they have the same haircut, they have the same bad attitude. It's like, oh, one of these days I'm just gonna throw them out the bank. I think I'll get in trouble for that.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Since this is recorded and being posted, I would not do that to someone, but I will not call you by your rank. That is for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I literally when he started getting hot and heavy with me, I literally went like this. I had to take a step back of like, who am I engaging with? Like what perspective does this guy have?
Do you realize I'm a civilian? Like,
yeah, like you realize I don't care. Like I didn't care while I was in. I didn't care before while I was in. I most certainly don't care now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll wrap up that episode here. Nick, do you have anything more to add?
No, I mean wishful thinking here.
Yeah, wishful thinking. I thank you guys. Thank you to all the fans for listening. God bless and please have a great rest of your day.